All right, so I think one of the parts that was missed in the beginning of the video, I think he was teasing her, talking about she had boogers in her nose or something, and she was saying how she had an issue with that. So he kept doing it, and he was explaining to her, in my culture, this is how we play. So she was trying to establish that she didn't want somebody doing that to her
And gave an
for
example.
whatever reason. And then from there, she was like, all right, well, in my culture, this is how we play. Now, I think they both was crossing the line by doing that. Hers was
Right.
worse because she physically put her hands on him. But
Right.
but at the same time, the larger issue is when you're dating somebody, especially you marry somebody already, why don't you both know culturally how y'all go intermingle? Why would y'all get in a full-on relationship where you even have to explain this within the relationship? That's crazy to me. That's real crazy. I would if they only way of contact, because this ain't like they was around each other and it was just a sexual relationship that led into a marriage. They had to actually connect from a long distance standpoint. So y'all should have talked about everything under the sun. By the time y'all got together, there shouldn't have been no questions about what was what and what was acceptable and what wasn't acceptable. So I think they set themselves up for that. I think
Can I ask
yeah,
something like what happened when y'all men slap women on the butt though?
they like it.
She likes it. She loves it. She likes it. She likes when I stick my finger in, but that's different. But
So
she
so
likes
much
that.
so that if you don't do it, she gonna have an attitude like, damn, what I do? I ain't that thing ain't thinking. That
Exactly.
thing ain't thing. Let me poke it out a little bit further. Straight
She
up.
like it when I lick it, play with it, everything. So she likes it.
Don't care.
You care.
No,
I
he
don't
don't.
care.
Cap.
Don't.
All right, go ahead, Paradise.
Moving on.
Good evening to everyone that I haven't seen at Sound Check.
Hey,
Sorry,
Bear.
but I will say I did watch the clip. I'm not a person who watches the show. I don't believe in overstepping a person's boundaries that I am involved with because you don't know why that boundary is there for them. And I also think it's just a replication of respect for the person that you're with. Like if a woman tells you, "Hey, please don't come in on my weight," don't do that. You don't know if she was teased, bullied, picked on. You don't know what her imagery issues is with that. The same thing as a man with his height or his penis or whatever the case may be. You
What?
know, we all have issues within ourselves, but when it comes to cultural differences, right? One of the things that we have to be mindful of is not just the cultural differences, but also with us sharing the same cultures, what is receptive and what's not, what is consensual, what's not, and unlearning bad behaviors. Because we do this whole thing with double standards when it comes to abuse. It's cool for a woman to do it, and we can always find a reason to justify why a woman's doing it. But when a man does it, it's the most extreme gross thing ever. And it's like if you don't support abuse, if you don't support battery, then you just don't support it. You don't waver, and it's not conditional whether it's man or woman. I will also say that in that particular situation, we as Black people should be able to resonate with the fact that him saying, "Don't touch me like that," considering the fact that we know a lot of us experience abuse from our parents, and it could be a trauma trigger for him. Her simply hitting him could have been a trauma trigger for him. And if he would have responded in a way that was very violent, then of course we would all be saying he went over the top. But he established that boundary. He told her, "Don't hit me like that." Now I will end it by saying this. I think him putting her out on the side of the road was very extreme. I think
Call
that
her
was
Uber.
wait,
Uber.
can I finish? I did not interrupt nobody, Mr. Lego. I was promised. I'm just gonna finish. I think him putting her out on the side of the road was very extreme. I think it was over the top. But I will say that once a person says, "Please don't hit me in this way," that one thing, physical touch, needs to be respected, regardless of man or woman, regardless of your cultural differences. If you say, "Do not hit me," "don't touch me," whatever those words are, keep your hands to yourself. That's something we learn as children in American culture, and it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are or what background your family has.
I
I,
100%. I just want to add one quick thing. I'm sorry, Kim. Just one quick thing. Also, I 100% agree with what Perry's saying. But when you create a punishment or you make a threat to somebody, if you go that extreme, one, there's no way for y'all to pull it back because it's just from A to Z, right? Put her out, or you hit me again, I'm gonna hit you. If you don't do those things, then your word don't mean anything. So you always got to guard how you measure your words. Just measure your words, because you will be caught up in a situation where you got to do something because you said it, or for the lack of your word not meaning nothing in the future.
All right. Go ahead, Daryl. You want to comment on this? I know you responded to somebody. You want to add something to it? Can't hear you.
Well, y'all talking about how she's playing. I bet if it was knocked the shit out of her, it wouldn't have been playing no more. And that's the crazy thing. And it's okay, because I have a very good acceptance that women are children and women are going to act like little children. And I have no problem with that. But a child is not going to slap their parent upside the back of their head, right? So a
Yes, we do.
child, whether it's a woman or actual child, knows who to play with and who not to. Because I know none of y'all ain't never slapped y'all mama in the back of the head talking about I'm playing, or your daddy.
Y'all
So
hear
if
me?
you won't do your mama, your daddy like that,
Y'all
I'd
hear
be
me?
damn you do me like that.
Got me back.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, Daryl.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay. Nah, I think y'all all said like good things. Me personally, I think it's just about respect. So when you vetting somebody, you court somebody in the beginning as a man, you already understand what's lay that down as a ground rules, like what how you demand respect, all that. So for me, that's just what it is. And if he chose her, he chose to marry her, he decided to get on his knee, or however you proposed. I mean, that's just what you got to deal with. Like you got to stand 10 toes down on what you decided to do. And shit, it seemed like he pretty much got the same type of behavior. So just something they both got to work on. But at the end of the day, that's it. That's his marriage. That's his relationship. I'm on to the next topic, to be honest, respectfully.
All right.
Hi,
Anything?
Daryl.
What's going on? How you doing?
Damn, Paris.
No, he was vibing. It was good.
All right, go ahead. Kenny, you want to add something else? Good.
The fact that show like entertainment, and I really can't take none of it serious. Really, I think it's like over dramatized, all of it, and we have to remember that when we're talking about something from that. If we're gonna use that show or anything from that, it's like everything is dramatized. It's just extra. It's really not realistic. And yes, everyone should keep their hands to themselves, but realistically, people don't always do that, and we know that. And it does not mean that you're a child. It just means that some people, they have triggers, like she said. So you have to be mindful of how you want to be treated and how you treat other people.